Hey everyone, this is Pastor Coates, and I want to greet you once again today and bring another lesson in our series we call Money Talk here at Family First, where we talk about money because money is important to God, money is important to us, and we need the wisdom of God on our finances. We're in our series, we're calling it 31 Reasons Why People Do Not Receive Their Full Financial Harvest, and here's lesson number 6. Now listen to this. Some people do not really believe that they deserve a financial harvest. One of the big reasons they never receive is because they really don't believe that they are worthy or that they deserve a harvest in their life. Now, this lesson lies in the area of what I call the law of the self-portrait. The law of the self-portrait says this: the you that you see will be more important to you than the God that you see. The quality of your self-portrait will determine a great deal about what happens in your life. I've always known this was true, but in the last few years when I've been doing more teaching, more mentoring, particularly in the area of leaders, I told some young leaders a few months ago, the number one battle that they will face in their leadership is embracing the positive, God-ordained self-portrait that God has for their life. Now, your self-portrait, I can't teach on this right now, but your self-portrait comprises 3 areas of your life. There's what we call self-esteem, there's self-worth, and then there's self-talk. Self-esteem is the way that you see you, how you value you. But then self-worth is the value or the worth that you place on yourself. No one in life will ever value you above the level that you value yourself. I've often illustrated this. I think this is a very good picture with 2 bills, 2 currency bills. We have 2 bills here. We have a $1 bill and we have a $100 bill. Now, these bills are the same size. They're made out of the same kind of paper. They're both printed in green. One is only worth $1 and one is worth $100. Now, what is the major difference? They're the same size, they're the same color, they're the same quality of paper. The difference is the image. This has George's picture on the front, and this has Ben Franklin's picture on the front. The value is determined by the image that is stamped on the front. The value that you place on your life is determined by the image that you have in your own heart about your self-portrait. Now, self-talk is the way that you talk to you. So self-image or self-worth, self-value, and self-talk. But here's what that means. Most people's image of their own life is far below God's image for them. And if they can embrace the God-ordained self-image that He has for them, then they will embrace the harvest in their life. Now, this is a powerful verse. This is in Romans chapter 12, verse 3. The Apostle Paul said to this, "For by the grace given to me, I say to every one of you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought, but to think with sober judgment, each according to the measure of faith that God has ordained." Now, I really believe, particularly in leadership, that most people, traditional evangelical Christians, particularly full gospel Christians, and this possibly goes back to a lot of legalistic teaching that we've received. Most Christians think of themselves more lowly than they ought, rather than more highly than they ought. If you don't really believe in your heart that you deserve a financial harvest, it will most likely never come into your life. Now, there's a lot of reasons for this. There could be religious reasons. This is what you've been taught. There could be generational reasons. Low self-portraits are passed down from generation to generation. I don't know if you recall what Gideon said when the angel of the Lord came to him and said, "You're going to be a mighty warrior." Gideon said, "Please, Lord, how can I save Israel?" And then Gideon said this, "Behold, my clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house." Gideon said, "Our family line has a long history of being losers, and I'm the biggest loser in the family." I've got to close, but if I can get you to embrace your God-inspired self-portrait and see yourself as God sees you, you will begin to grasp that God has confidence in you and He will funnel resources through you because He can trust you. So here's the money talk truth. When you finally believe that truly you deserve a financial harvest, you are on the road to the fulfillment of that miracle in your life.